want it on Facebook too?
Yeah, we'll do all those.
Okay, but I didn't know. Remember you got booted off Facebook because of
Right.
this.
Well, I'm not too worried about it with the 500 followers we have now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just throw it up on Facebook too and just title it and then copy and paste that title into the description and then you're good to go. And then could you guys hear each other? Did you guys check those?
I just got here, so no.
Yeah, I could hear it. They were kind of loud, but I think I know where to turn them. Okay. Now we're not going over the air right now, are we?
What was that?
I mean, can they hear us over the air?
You might be
Good evening and welcome to beautiful Old Washington, Ohio, and the campus of Buckeye Trail High School for tonight's IVC battle on the gridiron as the Strasburg Tigers visit Old Washington to take on your Buckeye Trail Warriors. Old Washington, Strasburg comes in with a record of 0-7. Buckeye Trail comes in with a record of 1-6. I'm merely Tom Strasser for our lovely producer, Alex Strasser, hopefully keeping us on the air tonight. We are truly honored to be joined once again by the BT Hall of Famer himself. And if you're going to bring a big game across the KGP airwaves, you better bring a big mouth with you, and I've done that. The one and only Chris Starr. And Chris, you look at it's week 8 of the high school football season. Buckeye Trail lost a heartbreaker last week, really played one of their best games of the season, losing to now 6-1 Malvern. But it's pretty much set here. Buckeye Trail with a record of 1-6, 3 games left. The points add up that if the Warriors win out, they have a great shot to slide into the playoffs. So they cannot have any hiccups, and that starts tonight against the Strasburg Tigers.
Yeah, the Buckeye Trail has played several games throughout the year. They've been in a lot of games, had opportunities to win. Caldwell right off the bat, beginning of the year. I think Caldwell's 7-0 now. Buckeye Trail led that game late into the game and finally gave it up at the end. But Buckeye Trail has played a tough schedule. They played a lot of teams that have really good records, and again, they played their best ball here the last couple of weeks. So hopefully tonight they'll play well and come out here with a win tonight.
You mentioned the Caldwell game went well deep into the fourth quarter last week, went right to the final 2 minutes. Their home game against Shenandoah, who's having an outstanding season, went down to the end as well, a one-score game. But, Chris, one thing that Coach Kearns can kind of hang his hat on, while the majority of your teams, when it comes week 8 of the high school football season, you're not as healthy as you was at the beginning. It's just the opposite for Buckeye Trail. Last week and this week, when they take the field tonight, this will be the healthiest they've been all year.
Yeah, they had a lot of injuries right off the start. Played against Caldwell with, I think they had 4 or 5 starters who were out. And then actually right after that lost a couple other kids that had played a lot for them. So really they've got pretty much everybody back except for a couple kids that could really make a difference. But like you said, they're as healthy as they've been the entire year, and we're just hoping they can stay healthy and give us a good game tonight. And
Chris, it's a special night. Buckeye Trail just mere moments away from taking the field as Strasburg has already taken the field, but do not adjust your glasses that you may be wearing when Buckeye Trail takes the field. They are wearing camouflage tops in honor of the National Guard tonight. So the Warriors will be in their blue pants, but camouflage tops. So may be able to play some good football and maybe do a little hunting on the side as well.
Yeah, when I pulled up and seen the camouflage, I was like, I thought Strasburg must have changed their uniforms. And then I said, no, that's Trail. I was like, oh, okay. But it is really kind of neat to see them in the different uniforms. But
and it's always nice to honor the military. And, Chris, we're just a few seconds from the opening kickoff, and once again, these games wouldn't be possible without our fine sponsors.
Yeah, our sponsors tonight are Stop 9 Church of Christ, Lee's Teas, 360 Burger, Southeastern Equipment, Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Big Fitz Barbecue, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC, Connor Pushcarried of Jacobs Vannanen Insurance Agency, Bicon, Deep Cut Tavern, and Marathon Stations.
A lot of excitement in the air tonight. Of course, I've heard a lot of the folks coming in very pleased that the Cleveland Guardians went up 1-0. An outstanding game today, knocking off Tampa Bay Rays 2-1. And as we get set for the kickoff, Buckeye Trail will be going on offense first. And once again, we want to thank you for joining us here on KGP TV. So Strasburg to kick off, and we'll be underway. And please be patient with us with the numbers, because it's going to be it's going to take us a little time to zoom in on these outstanding uniforms that the Warriors have. I do believe is that Cohen Egan in the back, and here's an onside kick, and it is recovered by Strasburg. Now they may have been offside. We'll see. That's just a bean bag. My bag for the fumble recovery. No flag. So Strasburg will take over offensively.
Yeah, that ball was bounced off a Buckeye Trail player, and I think number 7 for Strasburg, Parker Edwards, come down with it. So again, I don't think it was planned, but sometimes the best things that happen to you are unplanned. So there you go.
And we'll look at the Strasburg offense. Left tackle will be Drake Reifensnyder. He's a junior. Left guard, Luke Tucker, also a junior. Centers, Dylan Gehrig, a sophomore. And the right guard, Caden Dugan, the freshman. Right tackle, Caden Smith. The quarterback, he is a freshman, Gage Moore, and he will hand off to his running back, that is Matthew Cox, and he doesn't get much. The rest of the starters for Strasburg, the H-back is Mason Wagner, 15 wide receivers, 7, 8, and 9. Parker Edwards, Caden Thomas, and Derek Rissler, and the running back Matthew Cox, and the quarterback Gage Moore.
Yeah, the first person to make contact on that last play, again, was Will the Thrill Hensley. Busted through, made contact, and the rest of the Warriors piled up on after that.
And after this play, we'll have my partner in crime. He'll give you the defensive starters for the Warriors as they stop that run there by Cox.
Okay, first making contact for Buckeye Trail again was number 13 for Buckeye Trail, and that is Wyatt Tank.
And Chris, real quick, look at the defense. Trail's in a 3-5. They have 5 linebackers tonight.
All right, defensive tackle number 13, Wyatt Tank. Nose guard 67, Cole Porter. Defensive tackle 69, Will Hensley. Outside linebacker number 4, Nick Newhart. Linebacker 7, Charlie Perry. Linebacker number 50, Sebastian Graham. Linebacker number 8, Noah Betts. Outside linebacker 20, Brady Hastings. Cornerback 6, Cohen Egan. Cornerback number 2, Brady Williams, and safety number 5, Jansen Alloway.
And Strasburg will fumble that, but they will get the ball back. So Strasburg with the onside kick started this possession at the Buckeye Trail 46-yard line, but now they're going to punt from their own 42-yard line, so they lose 7 yards on their opening possession.
Yeah, I think Cohen Egan's back deep for Buckeye Trail, and he's been exciting to watch all year long.
And there's the punt by Edwards. Egan picks it up, comes up the middle. He's got running room at 35-40. Over the 45 to the 47, so it'll be a first down for the Warriors. And Chris, how ironic, if the Warriors would have recovered the onside kick, this is about where they would have had the football to start.
Yeah, almost identical location. So Buckeye Trail has an opportunity to go down and score first here, which is something they haven't done that much this year. So it's always nice to play with the lead. Hopefully they can get things going.
So Nick Newhart will lead the Warrior offense up. And we'll give you their starters here. That is Egan, and he will be dropped at the line of scrimmage And here's the Buckeye Trail starting offense. Left tackle is Riley Bryan. Left guard, Sebastian Graham. Center is Wyatt Connor. Right guard is Will the Thrill Hensley. Right tackle is Nick Taflin. Their tight end is Jackson Hess. The wingback is Jansen Alloway. Braden Williams is wide receiver. The H-back is Cohen Egan. Running back Charlie Perry. And your quarterback is the senior Nick Newhart. So the Warriors take a timeout. So it looked like the play clock was getting away from them there. And, Chris, how big is it for Buckeye Trail to really, we talked about the importance. They have to win this game to have any playoff opportunities. But you want to get off to a good start as well.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail, like I said, against Caldwell, they got off to a pretty good start. Hung into the game to the very end. Against Shenandoah, they did. Basically controlled that game for the entire first half and then just wasn't able to hang in there in the second half. So Buckeye Trail getting off to a good start is huge for any team, no matter what level. You always want to get off to a good start. Hopefully they will here tonight. So they got a 2nd and long.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10. Newhart in the shotgun. He hands off to Perry. He's got running room. He will get to about midfield, a gain of 4.
Tackled by number 53 that time. Maybe it was 60.
Yeah, Caden Smith.
Caden Smith, yeah. Made contact first.
And we'll look at the Tiger defense. They run a 3-4. The 3-down lineman, Caden Dugan. One defensive end, Caden Smith. The other, the nose guard is Drake Reifensnyder. So 3rd down and 6. Newhart looks, throws. He's got a man right at the sticks. That should be a 1st down.
It's going to be really close, maybe a half yard short here. So it's going to be right at the chain. So they're going to call 4th down.
Yeah, that was Cohen Egan on the catch. We'll look at the linebackers of the 3-4 Strasburg runs. The 2 outside linebackers are Blaine Cooper and Matthew Cox. The inside linebackers, Gage Moore and Luke Tucker. And I would expect Newhart to keep this himself. Warriors have been money on 4th and short, but he's going to pitch it. Egan turns the corner, and he has the 1st down up to that's Jansen Alloway. Boy, those numbers are impossible to see.
They are very difficult.
Is that a 2 or is that?
That was Jansen Alloway.
That was Alloway. Okay, that's number 5. So all the way to the 25. Look at the secondary for the Tigers. Cornerbacks are Parker Edwards and Derek Risler, and the safeties, Mason Wagner and Caden Thomas. So the Warriors convert on 4th and inches. Here's a pitch.
That's Jansen Alloway again on the carry. And he's tackled by number 42 and number 8 of Strasburg. 42 is Joe Fisher. And number 8 is Caden Thomas.
Yeah, Caden Thomas, a safety for the Tigers. So Alloway with 2 big back-to-back runs. That was a gain of 10. So 1st down and 10. Buckeye Trail with the ball at the Tiger 15-yard line. Newhart will keep this, and he'll find running room inside the 10 to the 5. There's a late flag. And that's in the area of either holding or a possible face mask. We'll see.
It's a holding against Buckeye Trail.
Personal foul penalty against the Warriors.
So, yeah, that is a holding call. And I thought it came closer to where the 1st down marker was. Because, remember, in high school, it's a spot foul, so So it'll make it 1st and 15. And here's another flag. This has to be sideline warning.
Sideline warning. Strasburg.
That's one call I did not expect you'd see from Strasburg tonight. So 1st and 15. Newhart with the little shovel pass.
Hand off to Egan.
And Egan will get it inside the 20 to about the 18.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 13.
Yeah, and he's brought down by number 6, Gage Moore, that time.
In on the tackle.
And, Chris, I had the chance to visit some with Tommy Spidell, the head coach of Strasburg, and a very positive, upbeat guy. And you can see the one thing he's got to do with this program is get the numbers up. Right now, I believe they have 25 dressed. And, that's going to take some time. So 2nd down and 13. Newhart's got time, still looking. And he's going to be sacked and ran out of bounds at about the 22. And that was Reifensnyder. Reifensnyder moves pretty well, Chris.
Yeah, he's a big kid, but he does move extremely well.
6'3", 291.
Yeah, and moved well.
So 3rd down, call it 16, and you think the Warriors 4-down territory here. 3 receivers to the right. Newhart rolls out that way. Still looking. He throws it. The pass was deflected as Newhart got hit. Coming in with the pressure there was Luke Tucker. So now.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail try to roll to the right, which, Nick Newhart is a left-handed quarterback. It makes it really hard, especially if you don't have time to get yourself squared up to the line of scrimmage. It's really difficult to make that throw, especially if you're running parallel to the line of scrimmage.
And, Chris, that was pretty good coverage in the secondary. Because he rolled out, he seemed to have time, just no one open. 3 receivers to the right, 4th and 16 from the 21. The Warriors have to get it inside the 5. There's a pass. It is incomplete. So the Tigers will take over. Could you tell who the intended receiver was?
That was number 7.
Charlie Perry.
It was intended for Charlie Perry, yep. It was just a little bit high. He got a hand on it. Really didn't have much of an opportunity to make much of a catch, though. Really nice job by defense on Strasburg part. They had that covered up pretty well.
Love the play call by offensive coordinator Brett Shipman. Charlie Perry's a running back, but he's 6'4". Oh, he's about the biggest target Newhart has out there. So now from the 21. Here's a run off the right side for just a couple. And again, that's going to be Matthew Cox.
Yeah, Sebastian Graham was in there first, and then Jansen Alloway also on the tackle. So Buckeye Trail being pretty tough up front as far as against the run so far tonight.
So now inside of 5 minutes. Here in the opening quarter, no score. This is Strasburg's second possession. 3 receivers to the left for Moore. Moore in the pistol formation. He's going to pitch to Thomas. He cuts back, and there's just no running room, or excuse me, that was Cox.
Yeah, and he got caught from the backside by Nick Newhart, who runs pretty well. He's another 6'4" guy at about 185 pounds, and really put a pretty good hit on him from the backside that time.
And, Chris, the Warriors adjusting their defense to Strasburg's offense. Like we said, they've been running a 3-4 tonight, 5 linebackers. And Strasburg's going to take a timeout. And, my man, how about a shout out some of our sponsors?
Yeah, our sponsors tonight, Stop 9 Church of Christ, cheering on all our local student athletes. Lee's Tees, clothing our local fans for the last 7 years. 360 Burger, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. Southeastern Equipment, proud sponsors of the Warriors and all of our local area teams. The Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by Bears Den Steakhouse located on Route 40 for the best steaks around. Dennis Doubt, and he says, go Warriors. Big Fitz Barbecue, providing the best barbecue for all our area fans.
All right, and we'll hit the rest of them here as we come down to the end of the first quarter. 4:06 remaining. And Warriors, if they can get a stop here, they should have excellent field position. We'll see what Strasburg elects to do. Warriors coming on the blitz, and Moore's going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to be dropped. And I think he may have fumbled.
They're going to call him down. It was close. It was really close, but I think he may have had a knee on the ground before he put that down.
I think Hensley was one of the ones in there on the initial hit, and Cohen Egan came up with the football. But like you said, they ruled Moore down, so Egan will go back at about his own 36-yard line. Not a bad punt. It's going to hit at the 50, and touch one of the Tigers, so the Warriors will get it at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, some more of our sponsors for tonight is Old Washington Presbyterian Church, a proud sponsor of the Warriors. Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant. Looking for a family restaurant to tailgate at before the big game? Visit Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant on East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics. Want to show off a beautiful smile? After a big Warrior win, Darcy Wakefield can take care of any dentistry or orthodontic needs that you have. Cambridge Realty Investments, LLC. Brenda Pontius is proud sponsor of all Warrior student athletes and FFC. Call Brenda at 740-680-6733.
So here's a little shovel pass, and he's got room. To the 20. I believe that's Egan. 5. Touchdown.
Yeah, that was Egan, and he's got some wheels. Once he gets to the outside, and he's a very intelligent runner, he basically turned the corner around about 3 times that time. So really nice job, and the offensive line did an outstanding job blocking on the perimeter that time.
Yeah, and Chris, I believe that was a forward handoff, right? A little shovel pass, and so that would actually go down as a pass. You do that way you can't fumble it. It's an incomplete pass if it's dropped. So that was a nice one, and that covered 56 yards. So the Warriors 2-point conversion. Newhart will keep it, and he'll get it right off the right side of the Warrior offensive line, going behind Hensley and the Taflin. So just like that, the Warriors a one-play, 56-yard drive in the pass. Newhart to Egan, and the Warriors lead 8-0 here. And we'll take our first timeout and be back for the kickoff here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Old Washington as the Warriors strike first. 56-yard. I believe it will go down as a touchdown pass. As Shepard will get ready to kick off for the Warriors. And Shepard delivers at about the 31, and it is going to be brought up by Joe Fisher.
Yeah, I think the initial hit was made by Brady Hastings, and then he got cleaned up by number 7, Charlie Perry. So, again, got him running sideways, which is a good thing. And Buckeye Trail was able to run him down. So good job by Buckeye Trail kickoff team that time.
So 8-0 Warriors here. Exactly 3 minutes to go. Here in the opening quarter in Strasburg, looking to get some offense going. Pistol formation. Moore fakes it, Rose to his right. He's looking, and he's going to turn up and get some positive yardage. And I tell you, remember Moore, only a freshman, but 6'2", 198. He lowered the pad level there pretty good.
Yeah, he ran right over top of Wyatt Tank that time. Really put a hurting on him, I think. So really nice job of getting the shoulders lowered and getting physical out there by the Strasburg quarterback.
And it's hard to fault Wyatt. You know, quarterbacks normally have a reputation. They're not going to be that physical. 2nd down and 5. Moore looks, throws. It is intercepted, a one-handed interception, I believe, by Perry.
Yeah, that was a one-handed interception, and it was a backhand at that.
What, was that Perry?
That was Charlie Perry.
Holy smokes, that may be the interception of the year thus far. And again, Perry, how about that? You got 2 linebackers, Chris, that Buckeye Trails got out there of their 5, and they're both 6'4".
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a really nice. He reached back with his right hand and backhanded it and was able to pick that off, which is pretty amazing.
Let's hope he secures some rebounds like that for basketball coach Greg Strasser this year. Perry gets the ball, 20, breaks it outside, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Warriors. So 1 possession, 32-yard touchdown run, and Perry, wow, pretty special 2 plays back-to-back by that kid.
Yeah, really nice run that time, and really a really nice job by the Buckeye Trail offensive line. I'm not sure Charlie Perry got touched on that run, so he was basically an off-tackle play, bounced it to the outside, and there was nobody to be found. So nice job both by the offensive line and by Charlie Perry.
So Shepard's extra point is up and right down the middle. 1:53 left, and now the Warriors lead 15-0. And Buckeye Trail, after a big holding penalty, turned them back inside the 10 on their opening drive. They've had back-to-back possessions, 1-play drives for touchdowns.
Yeah, really good job of Buckeye Trail recovering from that. In the weeks past, they've really struggled to recover from mistakes that they've made. So nice to see Buckeye Trail going right back out there and attacking offensively. Some more of our sponsors tonight. First of all, Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency. Looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage? Connor Pushcarriage is your name. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency. Bicon Services, wishing the Warriors and all of our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with friends and family. And finally, Marathon Stations. Fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington in Cambridge, Ohio.
So the Warriors, they try a little onside kick there, unable to recover it. Credit Strasburg there as they pounced on that. So the Warriors with a 15-0 lead. And Strasburg will now take over. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Moore fakes it to Cox. He's under pressure over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught at the 20. 10-5 touchdown. So Parker Edwards catches the pass, and that goes. That's about what, 50? What was the ball on?
Right about 50 yards, a little bit, maybe a little bit under 50 yards, but really nice throw. Again, that was a nice throw.
Yes,
He
it
really
was.
Put that thing right on the money and hit him in stride, and he was off to the races. So really nice job by Strasburg that time.
And Chris, it looked like the DB for the Warriors, as he was closing, he tripped and went down, and Edwards catches it in stride. Edwards only a sophomore, so the Tigers go for 2, and that's Cox, and he is going to be stopped short. So now 2-point conversion, no good. 1:43 left. And wow, Chris, we've had a firework display here. We've got a minute 43 left in the opening quarter, and with just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter, there was no score. We've had 3 touchdowns in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail against Shenandoah basically come out and pretty much dominated that game, and then Shenandoah decided to go to the pass.
Strasburg, yeah.
Shenandoah did, and really hurt Buckeye Trail in the second half.
Oh, you're talking. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh,
Now,
you've
yeah,
gone back. You've gone back in time on me.
Yeah.
He okey doked me, Alex.
Looks like Strasburg has done some scouting and decided our best chance of winning this game is probably throwing it. So they come out and attack Buckeye Trail, it's with the deep pass, and again, it's got Buckeye Trail on their heels, and Buckeye Trail just has struggled all year defending that deep pass.
I zoned out on you. I must. Alex told me don't feel bad. She used to do it all the time in your science class. So, so no hard feelings there. It's a family tradition. And here's a little squib kick. They're not going to kick it to Egan, and it's going to be downed at the 32 by
Wyatt Tank.
Tank. Wyatt may look back at that and think, hey, if I get that again, I may see what I can do with it. But that's what you're taught as one of the up back guys to just take her down. So the Warriors have it at their own 33. Perry lined up next to Newhart. There comes a man in motion. And there's a little shovel pass again. This time defended very well by the Tigers.
In the round, wrapped up by a host of Tigers, led by number 3, Matthew Cox.
Matthew Cox was the first Tiger there.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail running that toss sweep basically. It's a forward pass, but it's a toss sweep to the right. Strasburg was able to really do a nice job of containing it that time, get it turned in, and let the pursuit run it down. So nice job by Strasburg defensively that time.
All right, the Tigers in the 3-4, and they got basically all 11 guys in the box, sitting on everything short, and there's a pass. Is incomplete. Can't see.
Coe and Egan.
Egan, okay.
Yeah, went right through Coe and Egan's hands. It was a good pass that time by Nick Newhart. Hit him right in the hands. It just went right through his hands.
So 52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And the Warriors, just like that, facing a 3rd and 10. Here's a little Scissor handoff, and that's going to be close to a first down, and I think he's going to have it.
Yeah, he's going to be about a yard over the first down, so good job. Scissors play kind of caught Strasburg by surprise, found a gap inside, and Buckeye Trail got a first down.
And was that Bryce Hall on that? I think that was Hall that time, wasn't it? Number 3?
I thought that was Alloway. I think that was Alloway.
Oh, that was Alloway? Okay, Newhart will keep it. And he's got running room, and he's going to be close to 10 yards as he's going to be tackled there by Moore. Gain of 9. And like I said, we're going to, please bear with us with the numbers. I love the uniforms. But it is tough to see them, and that's 1 quarter in the books here from Bill Baker Activity Complex on the campus of Buckeye Trail High School. And after 1 quarter of play here on KGP TV, your score, Buckeye Trail 15, Strasburg 6. We'll take a timeout and be back for second quarter action. All right, welcome back. Start of second quarter action, and it was confirmed. And I should never doubt my sidekick here. That was Jansen Alloway that converted that first down. And here's second and short, and this will be another first down.
Yeah, again, that's really nice run by Jansen Alloway. Turned it up, put his shoulder down, got about 4 or 5 yards after contact, and really put a hurting on the defender that time, made him pay for making that tackle.
So another first down for the Warriors in Strasburg territory. Newhart around the left end. Again, he's got running room inside the 30 to the 25, down to the 24 as the initial hit there was Gage Moore.
Yeah, and finally brought down by number 3, Matthew Cox. So, again, Nick running hard, breaking tackles, ran through a couple tackles, and finally was drugged down by number 3.
So the Warriors, the advantage they have on the line, a line that is really starting to gel, and that will happen when you start getting healthy on the offensive line. Here's a handoff to Perry. He cuts it up. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Warriors. From 23 yards out.
Again, that was a great job by the offensive line. Pretty sure Perry was not touched again running off tackle, and basically had an open lane all the way to the end zone. And once he got through, he really poured on the Jets and took it straight to the end zone. So really nice job by the offensive line for Buckeye Trail and Charlie Perry. Good job, both of them.
Yeah, so the 23-yard run. And, boy, it did not take Buckeye Trail long to answer the Strasburg touchdown. The big play on that drive, the 3rd and 10 double handoff to Alloway. And the fake, Newhart fakes the pitch, and he will walk it in. So 10:54 left here in the opening half. And now your score is now Buckeye Trail 23, Strasburg 6. We'll take a quick timeout and be back for more action here on KGP TV. All right, welcome back. I'm merely Tom Strasser, the BT Hall of Famer, Chris Starr, and Alex Strasser producing our game tonight. So Shepard booms it. It's going to be bobbled at the 20, but picked up. And the nice return there. Rissler on the return to about the 35.
Yeah, he was brought down by number 33, Mason Todd, a freshman, a 5'10", 150-pound freshman. So, again, getting some varsity time. Nice job by Mason Todd.
So the Tigers they scored their last drive. Big touchdown pass, Moore to Edwards, and now they will take over at their own 35. Man in motion. Engage Moore. Looks, throws. It is going to be caught or dropped at about the 48.
Yeah, and he was wide open, too. He dropped that ball in there really nice to him, went right through his hands and just wasn't able to hang on to it. So, again, Buckeye Trail, hopefully they can get this thing sorted out and take care of this pass, because that's one thing they've really struggled with is defending the pass.
So it's going to be now 2nd down and 10. Cox behind Moore, and there's a flag, and it's going to be illegal procedure against the Tigers. That'll cost them 5. And Chris, when the Tigers offensively, with inexperience and built, they cannot afford to play behind the sticks.
Yeah.
First down's critical. They have to get, the 3rd and short and have a manageable down. 2nd and 15 is going to be tough. Hand off to Cox, and he's dropped right there.
That was number 69, Will Hensley on the tackle. He squeezed through the middle of that defense that time, was able to bring the guy down in the backfield. So really nice job by William Hensley.
So now it's going to be 3rd down. Loss of 1 there by Cox.
So 3rd down at about 17. This down has not been friendly to Buckeye Trail this year either. They've had a lot of opportunities to get teams off the field and haven't been able to do it consistently.
And there's a loose ball recovered by the Tigers. Moore will get on it on the fumble snap, and now the Tigers will punt it away to the Warriors. Warriors up 23-6. And they should again get the ball in excellent field position. Warriors setting up a return for Egan. He can pick it up and see if he can turn the corner. He's going to cut it inside and be dropped at about the 26. Nice coverage by the special team of the Tigers, and that was Luke Tucker, I think, the initial hit.
Yeah, and also number 24, Blaine Cooper on the tackle. So good job by Strasburg to get the Buckeye Trail player corralled, get him under control, and that has not been easy for most teams most of the year. Cohen Egan has caused all kinds of trouble for teams on kickoffs, kick returns. He's been one of the few big threats Buckeye Trail has had offensively.
Yeah, just last week in the loss to Malvern, remember, 3 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown, including that 70-yard one. And that's going to be Egan.
Tackled by number 24, Blaine Cooper on that tackle.
They have really shined here in the first half. Here's a quick pitch. That's Alloway. And he will get over the 35 to the 39 and another first down.
Yeah, and he was knocked out of bounds again by number 24, Blaine Cooper, for the Strasburg football team.
And, Chris, we did get a uniform update that will help you out. Alloway's wearing 1 sock.
Okay, that helps.
That's how I knew it. Harry?
Yeah, and I actually think that's the first time Charlie Perry's been touched in these last 3 carries. Really nice job by Buckeye Trail's offensive line, opening up big holes inside for Charlie Perry, and he's been making it count. So Buckeye Trail taking advantage.
And Charlie Perry, well, he's 6'4", 185, so he's not as hard to find.
That reminds me of your old basketball days, the 1 sock thing, have one up, one down low.
That's only because I had very skinny calves. And Newhart, he's going to have to get rid of the ball, and he does, and that may be a no, he got out of the pocket. I'd be surprised if Strasburg's coaches, they are livid. They want a intentional grounding. And the officials, they're going to talk about it, and they did. One came in and dropped the flag. Yeah. So that's a big break there for Strasburg. Newhart, he tried to get rid of the football, but there was no receiver inside, and it was nowhere near the line of scrimmage. So the Warriors will take a timeout and shout out to some of our sponsors.
Yeah, our sponsors tonight, Stop 9 Church of Christ, our local fans for the last 7 years. 360 Burgers, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. Southeastern Equipment, proud sponsors of the Warriors and all of our local area teams. The Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by the Bears Den Steakhouse located on Route 40 for the best steaks around. Dennis Doubt, and he says, go Warriors. Big Fitz Barbecue, providing the best barbecue for all area fans. Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Cambridge Realty Investments, and LLC. Just to name a few of our sponsors. And again, we thank you very much for allowing us to bring you this game here tonight.
And I've been asked to give a shout out to the 2 most adorable kids in Guernsey County. That would be Max and Hattie. So 3rd down and 19. And the Tigers, they stick that one up.
Yeah, Strasburg Tigers that time did a good job of containing the outside, turned it upfield and allowed that pursuit to catch up, and stood Nick Newhart up and basically piled on after that. So nice job by the Strasburg Tigers defense that time.
So I believe this will be Noah Betts who will come in to punt the football, and going back will be Parker Edwards.
I think it is Brady Hastings.
Oh,
punting.
it's Hastings. Okay.
Number 20. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Brady
Yes,
Hastings.
yes, that does look. Warriors are going to get a delay a game here if they did not get the timeout. As there was some confusion, they did not get the timeout. They only had 10 on the field.
Move things back 5 yards.
So Jackson Hess is going to run out there now.
Mason Todd will punt for Buckeye Trail.
And now Mason Todd's in the punt. Line drive kick that gets a nice roll.
Punt takes a Buckeye Trail down to
And it will go down
37-yard line.
to about the 37.
That was knocked out of bounds finally by number 3, Bryce Hall for Buckeye Trail. So he is out there. We were looking for him. We couldn't find him tonight.
And I tell you, the ball, it was close to one of the Tigers' ankles, and Bryce Hall, he wisely dove on the football, not knowing.
Just to make sure.
So remember, at halftime, we'll be entertained by the Buckeye Trail Marching Band, and it's alumni weekend, so some of the alumni band members have joined in. So be sure to tune in at half for that. Here's more. Long pass. It's going to be intercepted. And I believe that's Egan.
Yep, that was Cohen Egan on the interception.
I tell you, Moore's got a strong arm.
Yeah, he put
but
that
he airmailed that one. But, yeah, that's an impressive throw. Just for a pure, the old punt, pass, and kick competition.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day.
Yeah, he definitely. The only bad thing about putting the ball in the air that long, it gives the defense quite a bit of time to get underneath of it. And Cohen Egan, as well as he runs, was able to basically get underneath of that pass and then pick that off. So
But
throwing it high and long is good sometimes, but not all the time.
But, Chris, I love the play call, going play action and trying to attack deep as Perry keeps it, cuts back, and he will get to about the 30-yard line, a gain of 4.
Handoff picks up 3 yards to the 30-yard line.
Reifensnyder as well as
Cooper on the tackle. Snyder also in on
and Blaine Cooper
second down.
in on the stop. So the Warriors up by 17. Empty backfield. Newhart will keep it off the left side. He's got running room. It closed down quick. He gets to the 35.
Yeah, he was brought down that time by number 50.
It's
Number 60, man. I'm trying to.
it's tough to.
By number 60, and I don't think.
Yeah, right here, Luke Tucker.
Luke Tucker on that one.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 2. And I tell you, nice play by Tucker. I thought Newhart had the first down easy. He does now. As he will get still fighting to the 44-yard line. And that was, and Parker Edwards in on the tackle as well. Tell you, Edwards he's got those orange shoes and orange gloves.
Yeah, he kind of stands out.
He does, and we like that. So here comes Alloway.
Hitting on the underneath
And he's going to get all the way to about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Cohen Egan.
Oh, that's Egan, my bad.
He got the corner, was able to turn the corner, and again, Buckeye Trail did a pretty nice job of getting the interior blocked, giving Egan an opportunity to get to that outside. So nice job by Buckeye Trail's offensive line.
Yeah, Egan has the 2 socks. So that will take it down inside the 30 to the 29. The Warriors continue to put together an impressive first half. Again, empty backfield. Now man comes in motion. Newhart, high snap. And he has his helmet taken off, and then he gets slammed down. And here comes another flag. So I believe we're going to have a face mask, and then there may be a personal foul after that.
Yeah, I think because once the helmet comes off, it's a dead ball. They were blowing the whistle, and the Strasburg defender still threw Nick Newhart down to the ground, which I'm pretty sure will be a personal foul.
So there's – okay, it's just the one. Okay, so and Newhart, it looked like that snap kind of got away from him there and looked like he snagged it one-handed.
Yeah, it was a little wide right that time. Nick was able to get a hand on it and catch it. It just kind of threw the timing of the play off. And fortunately for Buckeye Trail, it ended in a penalty.
And after that one-handed snag, it looks like Newhart, it looked like the conversation he was having with Charlie Perry was, see, it's not that difficult.
Yeah,
you know, the little one-handed snag like that.
A little competition going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so they did add both penalties. Yeah, there was the face mask and then the unsportsmanlike conduct. I thought it would be 30 yards.
Yeah, it was. They pretty much tossed Nick to the ground after the helmet. That is just one of those OHSA rules where if the helmet comes off, the play automatically becomes dead.
So the Warriors, they will turn what would have been an 8-yard loss, and they will pick up with the 30 yards on it. Newhart rose to the left, looking, throws. He's got a man open, and that's Braden Williams. He gets hit right at the 6 by Edwards. So that would be a gain of about 5 or 6.
Buckeye Trail really putting a good drive together here. Had some good plays offensively as far as running the ball inside, now completing a few passes. It's nice to see when they get a little bit of balance in their offense. It really makes them a lot harder to defend.
Newhart keeps it. He's got running room, still on his feet to the 5-4. Goal line, touchdown, Warriors.
Yeah, Nick Newhart ran clear out of his shoe that time, was running so hard that one of his spikes flew off and was still able to get into the end zone. It's amazing what turf does.
I'll tell you.
That AstroTurf is nice.
So Shepherd's extra point is right down the middle. So 2:17 left, and the Warriors increase their lead 30-6. And hear from some of our sponsors.
All right, some of our sponsors tonight. Again, I don't think I got to read all this for the last group. Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency. Looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage? Connor Pushcarriage is your man. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency. Bicon Services, wishing the Warriors and all of our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with friends and family. And Marathon Stations, fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington and Cambridge.
And again,
we want to thank them for the opportunity to bring this to you. It's just nice to be able to come out, especially if on a cold night like tonight, if you're not feeling well, be able to watch this game from home. So we thank our sponsors again.
And Chris, it's even more special to honor and give a big ovation there to some of the National Guard who are here. And again, that's why the Warriors are wearing these special uniforms to honor our military. And that's a live football that's going to have to be picked up, and it's going to be dropped at the 1 yard line.
That was a really nice kickoff that time. He really got it. He struggled throughout the year. His PATs, he would kick better than the kickoffs. He really got a good foot into that one. Drove that thing deep down into one of the corners. And the receiver back there allowed that thing to get by him all the way down to the 1 yard line, and finally picked it up, and Buckeye Trail corralled him right about the one.
That was Brady Hastings who dropped Cox right at the 2. And in defense of Matthew Cox for Strasburg, the ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds, which would have been a penalty and given the Tigers pretty good field position, but it just died right there along the sideline at the 3, and he really dropped it. Here's a illegal procedure now. It's going to be half the distance, so we'll be taken back to the 1.
Yeah, that roll looked a lot like their Arkansas Razorback field goal the other day that hit the top of the upright and bounced back for a loss. So you got to feel bad for him, because it really did look like that was going to go out of bounds.
You just won't let that kick go. You know, that was like 2 weeks ago, and we've lost to Alabama since then. So
I don't know if I'd call that a loss. That was more like a deconstruction.
So now the Tigers, they got to high snap, and there's a loose ball, and let's see, this could be a touchdown. It is. Touchdown Warriors. Now, Chris, can you see who has the football?
I think it was number 67 for Buckeye Trail. That'd be Cole
Porter. All right.
Was able to get to that. I think it was a high snap.
Oh, it was a fastball. Yeah.
It was high and fast, and he kind of fumbled it around. Then I think he finally lost it, and Cole Porter was able to jump on it in the end zone.
Yeah, so the 1 yard fumble recovery there. And for Moore, that was a fastball that really got on them quick. Shepard's kick is up, and it's good. And just like that, the Warriors score again. 2:05 remaining, and it's 37-6. And Chris, remember, second half, that the Warriors get up by 35, it becomes a running clock.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail. I think that may have been two of the fastest scored touchdowns I can remember for a while for Buckeye Trail. But good job. I mean, taking advantage of opportunities are there, and you gotta feel kind of bad for Strasburg. You know, they were in this game up until about 4 or 5 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden it's starting to get out of hand.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. It was 15-6, and then remember Strasburg, they had the Warriors 3rd and 10, backed up in their own territory. The double little scissor handoff, double handoff that Alloway got 10 yards to keep the drive going, and then since then the Warriors have just taken off. And that is the second turnover, I believe, for Strasburg. The Charlie Perry interception, which led the points. And then there, the fumble recovery in the end zone. This is going to be Cox. No, excuse me. Here's a double handoff. A nice play here, 35-40. And that's Edwards still on his feet.
Yeah, it was a nice little reverse off of the kickoff, getting the Buckeye Trail kickoff team going one direction and basically pitching it back, and Strasburg goes the other direction. Buckeye Trail lost contain on the outside and really was lucky that they did not run that for a touchdown, because number 7 for Strasburg,
Edwards.
really has some wheels, runs extremely well. If he would have gotten a few extra steps, I think he might have been gone.
Remember, he's got the only touchdown for the Tigers. Yeah, he is a playmaker. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown, I believe, last week. Moore's going to keep it on the quarterback draw, and he's getting into the Warrior territory. He takes it all the way to the 20. That's a gain of 21. And, Chris, the last 2 kickoff returns for the Tigers, I said it was Cox. I believe it was Caden Thomas involved in both of those. And then Thomas, I think it was him who handed off to Edwards on the reverse on the kickoff. So just like that, the Tigers, long kickoff return and a 21-yard touchdown run, and they've got a chance here at the 20 to get their second touchdown. Pistol formation. Moore looking over the middle. It is caught. And that is caught by the aforementioned Caden Thomas.
Yeah, and finally brought down by Noah Betts. And he's down to about the 6 or 7 yard line with about 1:05 to go. So Buckeye Trail, again, the pass hurting them here again. Basically had a guy wide open about 12 yards down the field. So nice job by Strasburg attacking that Buckeye Trail defense.
And again, Moore, he had to fire that ball in between about 3 defenders. And Chris, we've got the game tonight. We want to let everyone know tomorrow night a big event going on here tomorrow evening. I think starting at, I believe it's 6 o'clock. It may be 5. It's the Buckeye Trail Bandorama, as the Warriors will have some bands coming in. I know Caldwell is one that will be performing, as well as Doug Hanna's Buckeye Trail Warrior Marching Band. So if you love watching the band, then Buckeye Trail High School is your place to be here at the Bill Baker Activity Complex. That's tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, October the 8th. So now 1st and goal from the 7. Moore will again keep it, and he's going to be bottled up at about the 4. Maybe a gain of 3.
Brought down by Will Hensley again. Will Hensley's had a nice job on that interior defense for Buckeye Trail, stopping things up. So really nice job by Will Hensley on the inside. And Strasburg looks like they're going to put their nose down here and try to run this thing in.
And that's one thing outside of Moore, his 21-yard run, I think up to that point, I don't think Strasburg had 21 yards total on the ground.
Nice effort by Parker Edwards.
Parker Edwards saved the touchdown. Who had the interception?
That was Jansen Alloway who
Wow.
jumped that. Did a nice job of taking that away. So really nice job by Jansen. I thought when they threw that slant that he was going to make that, and Jansen jumped right in front of it and took it away.
Wow. And Jansen Alloway, he intercepted that, Chris, about 4 or 5 yards in the end zone, and it looked like he just needed one block. And let's hope he's okay, and I think he is. Wow.
That might have been a history-making event right
Yeah,
there.
that could have been, yeah.
104-yard pickoff for a touchdown, a return touchdown. So, again, really nice job by Jansen.
And, Chris, Parker Edwards, he may be the fastest player on the field tonight. So the Warriors looking to add another. As Newhart under pressure, and he's just going to throw it away.
Yeah, that's a good decision by Nick Newhart. There wasn't anything there, and eventually just decided to go ahead and throw it away. Learn to live another day, sometimes they say, and that was a good decision that time.
Or literally learn to live another play, because there is only 1 second left. And we'll see what the Warriors want to do here.
I would imagine Buckeye Trail will throw this in the end zone.
Yeah, in the end zone, or
close to it.
Or maybe the old hook and ladder.
That would be nice.
I tell you, Strasburg's DBs, they have played well against the pass. Newhart, he's got time over the middle. It is knocked away. Pass intended, I believe, for Perry.
I think that was Noah Betts.
Noah Betts, okay.
Down the center of the field. Had an opportunity, just got knocked away at the last minute by the Strasburg defense. The Buckeye Trail with a big halftime lead here.
And I believe that was Caden Thomas who knocked it away. So that ends an exciting half here from the Bill Baker Activity Complex on the campus of Buckeye Trail High School. And here on KGP TV, thanks for joining us. And your score at the half is Buckeye Trail 37, Strasburg 6. And Chris, as we go to break, it's now time for our KGP weather correspondent, Jenny Leggett, for tonight's weather forecast. She says tonight's weather is perfect for football, cool air with a 100% chance of hard hits and some big runs. So the weather has definitely delivered there. Thank you, Jenny. So at the half, Buckeye Trail 37, Strasburg 6. Now, let's now join the Strasburg Marching Band, followed by the Buckeye Trail Marching Band here on KGP TV. to the Bill Baker Activity Complex as we get ready for the second half. Strasburg and Buckeye Trail with the Warriors leading 37-6. The second half will start with a running clock. We'll look at the scoring real quick in the first half. Buckeye Trail started it out, a 56-yard touchdown pass, Nick Newhart to Cohen Egan. Newhart would run in the two-point conversion, and the Warriors would lead 8-0, as we'll give you the rest of the scoring after this kick. Fielded by the Tigers. And they're going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 30. And that was Caden Thomas. Buckeye Trail to Charlie Perry. Incredible one-handed interception. Next play, it would be Charlie Perry who would run it in on the first play of scrimmage. 32-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Shepard was good, and the Warriors would lead 15-0. Strasburg would answer back. One play, 52-yard touchdown pass from Gage Moore to Parker Edwards. The two-point conversion no good, and it was 15-6, but then Trail would get 3 touchdowns. And we'll fill those in as Moore rolls out to the right. No one to throw it to, and he will be knocked out right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and he's ran out of bounds that time by number 20, Brady Hastings. So
Buckeye Trail would then answer with a 23-yard touchdown run by Charlie Perry. Nick Newhart would run it in for 2. And then a 6-yard touchdown run by Nick Newhart. Shepard would provide the extra point to make it 30-6. And then Cole Porter, after Shepard would kick off and the Warriors, a tackle by Brady Hastings down near the 1-yard line. 2 plays later, the Tigers would fumble in their own end zone. Cole Porter would recover, and that's how we got to 37-6. Long pass, it's caught off the deflection. Wow, by Caden Thomas.
yeah, that was Jansen Alloway was there, just tipped off his hands, went through his hands right to the receiver for Strasburg. And again, the quarterback for Strasburg showing
Gage Moore,
Gage Moore showing a big arm. He threw that about 45 yards in the air, so pretty good throw by Gage Moore.
And you remember Jansen Alloway right before the half, as Newcomerstown got down to the 4-yard line, he intercepted a pass in the end zone, brought it out 5 yards deep, and took it back 75 yards before he was tackled. Moore rolling out 1st and 10. He's going to throw it just to get rid of it, incomplete. Pressure by Charlie Perry. And Chris, some scores of note. The Warriors, we said they have to win out. They play East Canton next week. East Canton up 27-6 on TCC. And then week 10, remember Newcomerstown, they're 5-2. They're sitting 5th in the region that Buckeye Trail's in. Newcomerstown is at Malvern tonight, and at the half, it's Malvern 13, but Newcomerstown 12.
Wow!
So that's huge. So that would help the Warriors if Newcomerstown won, and then they could win, knock off the Trojans here 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, they really need Newcomerstown probably to win to get those points. That's a big game for Buckeye Trail.
But, wow, what does that say about the Trojans? You know, they're 5-2 and still, you know, people second-guessing, but they're the real deal and showing it tonight thus far. And another couple big scores of note, Caldwell undefeated, taking on Fort Fry. It's 7-7.
Wow, that'd be a good game.
In the second, yes.
Yeah, that would be a great game to watch. The two teams that are top-notch teams, well coached, do a lot of things well. Big playoff implications with that one.
Moore on 3rd down, scrambles inside the 20 to about the 19. And that was Will Hensley. I tell you, Will the Thrill, he's had a nice game.
Yeah, and he's a defensive tackle at about 5'8", about 150 pounds. So But probably one of the toughest kids Buckeye
Oh.
Trails had play for him for a long time. I mean, he's had a knee injury. He's played through it the entire year. He refuses not to play.
Yeah.
His parents have tried to talk him into it, but he's like, I am playing.
He says he'll get the knee taken care of after the season. Yeah, what a leader he is. Here's a pass. That is it caught or incomplete? So that's 4th down.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Brady Hastings on the coverage that time. Is running right with the receiver going down the sidelines to deflect that away. So good job by Brady Hastings.
Yeah, that's 2 nice plays Hastings had that stood out. Remember, it was his special teams play that tackled Thomas down at the 2-yard line, which led to the fumble recovery in the end zone by Cole Porter.
Right.
So the Warriors take over, and like we said, running clock. And the Warriors' first possession here of the second half. Newhart hands off to Perry, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he will drive forward for a couple.
Stop for the Tigers. Second down.
Right,
I think he was first tackled there by number 3, I think it is. Number 3 and that's Matthew Cox, who's coming up off the bottom of the pile, and there was a whole host of other.
and Rifen Snyder as well.
Rafen Snyder, he is a big individual for Strasburg at about 6'3", about 290 pounds, and moves well for a big guy.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. And going around the right end and getting about 2 yards, and that may be a penalty. No.
That's the ball carrier.
So that was Noah Betts, his first carry, and Betts nearly ended up in the second lane of the track there.
Yeah, and he was brought down by Gage Moore, number 6'2", 198-pound.
Freshman, yeah, that's the quarterback.
He's
yes,
a freshman?
yeah, their quarterback. Yes,
Wow, I thought he was a senior.
no, and he's playing
Yeah.
playing line. He's playing linebacker, middle linebacker. Yeah, he's got some size on him. So 3rd down and 6, quarterback draw. Newhart, if he turns the corner, he can get the first down, and I think he did.
Yeah, he's about a yard over the down marker. Looks like Nick Newhart was able to pick up the first down on a good run, a good effort, and running hard, Nick Newhart.
Jason Wagner on the tackle.
So I tell you, like I said, got a chance to visit with Coach Spidell of the Tigers. Like I said, seemed like very upbeat, and you got to like the fight that his young Tigers have put on the field tonight. Here's a flag. This could be coming back as Egan gets a nice run, gets up to about the 48-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds by Moore and Edwards, I believe. But I think this is going to –
It's another sideline warning, I think. Yep, it was a sideline warning.
wow, so they're going to move. I mean, a lot of times you get a sideline warning, before a play, or after, but that came during the play. So the officials are going to meet. That was odd because, like we said, the flag come flying in from the Strasburg over by their sideline. And I think that's what Coach Spidell was wondering. He thought it was some infraction on the Warriors. But also Egan gets it all the way inside the 50 to the 48, 1st down and 10. And that's Riley Humko Green, I believe, on the carry.
Yeah, he's a 6'1", 175-pound sophomore Riley Homkill Green on a nice run on the interior for Buckeye Trail.
Man, I tell you, it's nice here with the running clock. Coach Kearns getting some of the youngsters in. And I believe the Warriors, I think they have a JV game tomorrow. It's coming around the right end here. That was Moore on the tackle. We'll see who it was with the carry.
That was carried by number 1 that time. That's
Blake Wable.
Blake Wable, another sophomore, 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. Blake Wable getting an opportunity to carry the ball.
So inside 3 minutes, and Chris, after this play, the Warriors really slowing their offense down, we'll give a shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, our sponsors tonight are Stop 9 Church of Christ, Lee's Teas, 360 Burger, Southeastern Equipment, Bears Den Steakhouse.
And here's a holding call. This is going to come back. And we'll see, was that Alloway? I'm trying to see if it's one sock or.
I think that was Egan.
That was Egan, okay. Yeah, 2 socks, okay.
Yeah, we got Big Fitz Barbecue, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC, Connor Push Carriage of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency, Bicon, Deep Cut Tavern, and Marathon Stations.
So that was a holding call, which now we'll call it 3rd down and about Quaker City to go. And there's a little inside reverse, and he's got running room 40. He's close to the 1st down.
That's Noah Betts, number 8 on the carry. Did the old double handoff in the backfield. Noah Betts coming off the left side. Found the seam and was able to get upfield for a big gain for Buckeye Trail.
And Chris, remember the first time the Warriors ran that, it was only 15-6. It was 3rd down and 10 when Alloway got the inside handoff, got to 10, maybe 11 yards, and which led to the touchdown, which really opened this game up. So Newhart keeps it, and he's got it coming back to the left side. Knocked out of bounds at the 30.
He's tackled by number 9, Derek Rissler, 5'11", 142-pound junior.
Is there another flag? The Warriors are walking back. So they threw it at about after a 3-yard gain that he had. So back it up. So now 1st down and 17, and that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 3 in the books here from the Bill Baker Activity Complex. Your score remains Buckeye Trail 37, Strasburg 6. We'll take a timeout and be ready for 4th quarter action. So we're back, 1st and 17, and the pitch to Wable, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Yeah, he really didn't have much of a chance that time. Buckeye Trail tried to run a play wide, and really the contain guy was there and pretty much cut it off right from the start. So nice job that time by the Strasburg's defense of containing the ball, getting getting a turn in and making a tackle.
So that's odd. So now, I guess now it's the end of the quarter because it had ran out. There must have been a penalty which couldn't end
On the penalty.
on the penalty. So so we'll just keep it here now. Free play, so it'll be second down. This now they have to move the chains over. And Chris, we want to take this time to announce the volleyball team. They will travel to Edison. What an outstanding season Coach Wendy McVicker and her team's having. They travel to Edison tomorrow, and then Tuesday they will travel to Shenandoah to take on the Zeps.
And then I think Wednesday they play
They're at home.
home against TCC.
TCC.
Right? TCC, yeah.
Yeah, that is TCC has given them their only loss on the season, I believe. So now second down and a lot. Newhart throws over the middle. It is intercepted. And that's Parker Edwards. And he will be put down at about the 46. And Newhart play action. He, I believe it was Charlie Perry. Or was it? He had a receiver open downfield, but didn't get that much air under the football. And again, Edwards, he's a player, a playmaker for Strasburg, comes up with the interception. So clock continues to run here. Thanks for joining us on KGP TV. Remember, Buckeye Trail heads to East Canton. Must-win game next week against the Hornets, and then closes out Week 10 here against the Newcomerstown Trojans. And if an in playoff scenario for the Warriors in Week 10, but they have to take care of business next week. They have cleared this hurdle against Strasburg. So it's going to be second down here in about 8. For the Tigers. Pistol formation. And I believe that was Cox. And I tell you,
he was brought down that time by number 52, Gavin Morse, a 6 foot, 260-pound defensive lineman for Buckeye Trail, and he blasted in there that time, corralled him up high and slammed him on the ground. So really nice job that time by Gavin Morse.
And Chris, Strasburg, they've tried to establish the run with Cox. Cox, 5'9", 144-pound junior, but they have not been able to run the ball at all. And Cox, the majority of the time, he's been hit behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a long throw. Incomplete. Pass has been said too much. And here's a fake punt. And they've got it if it's caught at the 37-yard line. And what they did, Gage Moore went back as the punter. It's normally Edwards. And the pass was completed to Blaine Cooper. So the senior makes the catch. And Strasburg keeps possession here as we're nearing the 8.5-minute mark. So the Warrior sideline, even though up 37-6, not happy to give up the yardage there on the fake punt. Moore, fastball to about the 32-yard line. It's caught, and here's a late flag coming in.
Yeah, that was a really nice throw again. Just a little curl route and hooked it up between two Buckeye Trail players, and Gage Moore really basically slinged that thing right in between the two defenders, put it right on the money. Really nice pass. Had some mustard on it, too, and
Yeah.
it got there in a hurry. So really nice throw again by Gage
That
Moore.
looked like a Chris Starr fastball.
I don't know about that, but that was an excellent, excellent throw that time by Gage Moore.
And Chris, the one of many positives, Buckeye Trail has had very few penalties, but they're going to get 15 yards added on after the play, a personal foul face mask there. So now it's first down and 10 at the 17. More the Edwards gets drilled there by Hastings. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one in the morning. Brady got a free shot at him, and he was willing to take it. So Edwards really took one on the chin that time.
Now under 7 minutes. So we've had a nice crowd tonight. Pretty good contingent that made their way down from Strasburg, too.
Yeah, they got quite a few fans here tonight.
So, and again, very thankful to be able to bring you this game here on KGP TV. More rolling, looking, still looking, and he's going to get rid of it as he's ran out of bounds
Pressure applied by number 1, Blake Wable.
by Blake Wable.
I'd like to also give a shout out to our first responders tonight, the Antrim Volunteer Fire Department. Don't forget those represented within the blue line. The Jersey County Sheriff's Office. Let's give it up.
So again, this
Responders here in Jersey County.
was the Buckeye Trail honoring the Army National Guard tonight with the uniforms, and had some of the National Guard here. And there is a timeout, 5:54 left. And Chris, you want to give a shout out to our sponsors?
Yeah, sure. Stop 9 Church of Christ, cheering on all our local student athletes. Lee's Tees, clothing our local fans for the last 7 years. 360 Burgers, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. Southeastern Equipment, proud sponsors of the Warriors and all of our local area teams. Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by the Bears Den Steakhouse located on Route 40 for the best steaks around. Dennis Doubt, go Warriors. And Big Fitz Barbecue, providing the best barbecue for all area fans. Old Washington Presbyterian Church, a proud sponsor of the Warriors. And Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, looking for a family restaurant to tailgate at and before the big game. Visit Mr. Lee's Restaurant on East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Okay, and we'll hear from our the rest of our sponsors here. Coming up, it's going to be third down and 10. Moore under pressure, avoids the rush, throws it. He's got a man, and it is caught inside the 10. It's going to be short of the first down. And making that catch, I believe, was Mason Wagner, the H-back. I think that's his first catch. First completion to him. So it would be fourth and about 3.
Yep, about 3 yards to go here.
Was you able to see who?
I think it was number 15, if I think.
Oh, no, I mean for the Trail, who made the
I did not.
tackle. Okay. I tell you, hey, you've done a great job with the B-Knocks tonight. Fourth down and 3. Moore's going to keep it, but he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be stood up by a host of Warriors. So,
yeah, Nick Taflin. And also, Gavin Morris was the initial guy to get there and
all
kinda
right.
bounce him outside so he couldn't cut it up right away, and gave Buckeye Trail's defense enough time to recover and basically cut that off. So really nice job of Buckeye Trail's defense. Big stop. All right, and the clock is still a-rolling.
And, Chris, change of possession, you want to finish out our sponsors?
Yeah, we got Darcy A. Wakefield, Family Dentistry and Orthodontics. Want to show off a beautiful smile after a big Warrior win? Darcy Wakefield can take care of any dentistry or orthodontic needs that you have.
And, Chris, who's our new quarterback?
Okay, the new quarterback for Buckeye Trail.
Is that Braden?
It is not.
He gets.
Williams on the quarterback keeper. He's hammered by Moore and Racing.
I think it was.
Number 12, I think.
See, that's Travis Dodd.
That was
But I
Travis.
thought it was Williams. You say it's
It
number
was-
12?
It was Travis Dodd, yeah.
Okay. So he will get about a yard.
Yeah, Travis Dodd is in at quarterback.
And here's a penalty, which will stop playing, give you a chance to finish out our sponsors. Or a couple more.
Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC. Brenda Pontus is proud supporter of Warrior Student Athletics and FCA. Call Brenda at 740-680-6733. She'll sell you anything. Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency, looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage. Connor Pushcarriage is your man. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency.
So coming over to get to play, there's another run, and that is Travis Todd. So and I tell you, Travis Dodd, he's had a nice year at the JV quarterback, and then got called up and been playing some safety here on Friday nights. So there's a run up to about the 21-yard line. Was that Wable or?
I did not see.
Yeah,
this.
it's just tough.
Trying to get an eye on that.
So 2:20 left. The Warriors will try to get the first down right here and then milk the clock here. Empty backfield. Dodd keeps it. He's got running room. 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Warriors. An electrifying 79-yard touchdown run by Travis Dodd. Wow. That's a nice way to end the night.
Yeah, Travis Dodd just taking the direct snap, running off tackle, and basically was untouched for 79 yards and showed a little bit of speed there. Once he got into the open field, it was pretty obvious he was not going to be caught.
Chris, I've learned in life from personal experience, when you've got bigger guys chasing you, you always turn out to be a little bit faster than you actually are. So
That is so true. You don't know how fast you can run until that occurs. Or a bigger dog. Usually for me, it was always a dog that was chasing us when we were younger. And that dog would make you run faster than you ever thought you could.
yeah, and Chris, the one thing there, the Warriors, they're just trying to run out the clock there. You can't ask them not to score. He takes it 79 yards to the house. And Coach Kearns showing the class right there on the extra point. Travis Dodd just takes a knee. So it's now 43-6 here with 1:53 left. And what an impressive performance by the Warriors. And we'll round out our thank you to our sponsors.
Another sponsor for us tonight is Bicon Services, wishing the Warriors and all our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with friends and family. Marathon Stations, fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington and Cambridge.
So the Warriors will kick off, and there's a kick fielded at about the 35 and up to the 39.
Tackled that time by number 20, Brady Hastings on the hit, along with our Mason Todd. So
I think that was Caden Smith, was it 63 who
number
returned that?
Number 63 did receive that and actually put his shoulder down and made a pretty good run.
And Chris, one of our final announcements, the Warrior Marching Band will be hosting the 4th annual Buckeye Trail Bandorama here tomorrow evening, Saturday, October the 8th at 6:30 p.m. And we'll give you the list of bands that will be performing. And again, here's a pass. Whoa! The Warriors only had 10 defenders, and the one that they sent out on the field nearly intercepted that. That could have been a pick six. I'm trying to see who the low man is right here. That is, now he's going to come out. Is that 16? That was Jace Hickman. He was late to the party, and then he nearly ended up being the life of the party there as he made the stop. So Moore hands off to Cox, and this is the best run Cox has had. There's a late flag coming in, and that may be the last play we'll see. So the Bandorama is tomorrow at 6:30. The performances of marching bands from Caldwell, Frontier, Bel Air, Tuscarawas Valley, Edison, Rootstown, Cornerstone Academy, and of course your very own Buckeye Trail Warrior Marching Band. The cost is $5, and that is, your ball game right there. So, yeah, there's no need to run another play there. The officials are going to call it, and that is your final score. From Old Washington, Buckeye Trail 43, Strasburg 6. The Warriors keep alive their playoff hopes. And we'll take our final timeout, come back, and wrap things up here in Old Washington, here on KGP TV. Welcome back to Old Washington as the football team gathers in the end zone and with the marching band and cheerleaders and Chris, I believe as the football team gathers in there, we'll look at how the scoring went tonight. Buckeye Trail, second possession, would strike a little 56-yard shovel pass. Nick Newhart to Cohen Egan, and Egan would take it 52 or 56 yards around the right end to the house. Nick Newhart would run it in, the two-point conversion, and the Warriors would lead 8-0. About a minute and 15 seconds later, after an incredible, probably interception of the year by Charlie Perry, who went up and did a one-handed backhand snag over the middle to intercept the pass. Then the very next play, it would be Charlie Perry who would take the handoff and run it in from 32 yards out. The extra point by Cameron Shepard was up and good, and the Warriors would lead 15-0. But give Strasburg some credit. They would bounce back, and it would be a 52-yard touchdown pass. Gage Moore to Parker Edwards. And I tell you, Edwards, what a playmaker he is for Strasburg. He would catch the bomb over the middle, 52-yard touchdown pass. The two-point conversion was no good, and Strasburg was back in it, the game at 15-6, but then the Warriors would explode. It would be a 23-yard touchdown run for Charlie Perry, his second of the night. Again, Nick Newhart would run the two-point conversion in, his second of the night, and the Warriors would lead 23-6. And then Nick Newhart on the next possession for the Warriors would cap it off, a 6-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Shepard was good, and the Warriors would lead 30-6. And then in the waning minutes of the first half, after the kickoff by Shepard, pinned Newcomerstown down at about the 2-yard line. 2 plays later, it would be Cole Porter who would recover the fumble in the end zone for the defensive touchdown. Shepard's extra point was good, and the Warriors would take a 37-6 lead into the locker room at the half. So that would mean running clock for the second half, but then Buckeye Trail trying to run out the clock, 4th down and 4 from their own 21 with under 2 minutes left. Travis Dodd would come in and quarterback. He would keep it off the left end and find a big hole, and he would race 79 yards for the touchdown. The Warriors would line up for a 2-point conversion and just take a knee there. And then that would finish out the scoring 43-6. And Chris, as they're doing the sizzle and that midfield after a big win, Buckeye Trail, they had 3 hurdles they had to clear. This is the first one. Next week they go to East Canton. East Canton is beating TCC tonight 40-14. That's good for the Warriors. That will give East Canton, I believe, their 4th win. That increases points there if the Warriors can get a road win. And then the big showdown really for the league title, Malvern leading Newcomerstown 26-20 in the 4th quarter. And remember, week 10, if the Warriors can win tomorrow night, or next Friday night, that is, 2 weeks from tonight, they will host Newcomerstown in virtually a playoff game for the Warriors.
Yeah, Buckeye Trail really needs these last 3 wins of the season. You know, as bad as things has gone throughout the year, Buckeye Trail has a great opportunity if they can just take care of business these last 3 games of having an opportunity to get in the playoffs and seeing what they can do once they get there. So, again, Buckeye Trail, the opportunities are out there for them. They just got to take advantage of them.
And it's hard to believe, like we said, we watched the Warriors tonight. This is the healthiest they've been all year. So maybe, you know, you tried to turn negatives, all the injuries they've had. It could be a big positive now because you got a lot of guys coming back, and they're looking pretty fresh.
No doubt. Buckeye Trail's finally healthy. They've been hurt most of the year. Like we said at the beginning of this game, they're healthier now than they've been all year. And they're playing like it. They're actually got some they've got a little continuity within their offense, especially their offensive line, their running backs. You know, they run the ball pretty well. it's just an opportunity for them to do some things these last 3 games, and hopefully they can go out and be successful.
All right, and Chris, as we head out, thank our sponsors one final time.
We want to thank our sponsors again. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to do what we do here tonight. So thank you very much. That's Stop 9 Church of Christ, Mr. Lee's Teas, 360 Burger, Southeastern Equipment, Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Big Fitz Barbecue, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield, Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC, Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency, Bicon, Deep Cut Tavern, and last but not least, Marathon Stations. And one thing we want to say before we get off here tonight is we just want to praise God that everybody was able to get through this game healthy. Happy to see that. Buckeye Trail got a win. And, again, they have an opportunity, if they win these last 3 games, have an opportunity to possibly get into playoffs.
Yes, and and compliment Strasburg. Like we said, they've got a small roster, but they came out and they played for all 4 quarters. And if you're coaching staff for Strasburg, that's all you can ask for. And I tell you, they're a freshman quarterback. They get the numbers up, and Coach Spidell, he will do that. Strasburg, they could bounce back very nicely here in the next couple of years. And again, we thank our sponsors, as you said, for allowing us to do what we do.
That's
so
right.
We appreciate that. And as we head out, we also want to thank our producer, Alex Strasser, for handling all the technical equipment and the camera tonight. Alex, thank you. And for my partner in crime, the BT Hall of Famer, Chris Starr, I'm merely Tom Strasser. On behalf of the KGP family, we want to wish everyone a very safe and happy and joyful weekend. Have a good one. And again, your final score from Old Washington. It was Buckeye Trail 43, Strasburg 6.